Today we are standing on the outskirts of what we call home wood, and home wood has been, until quite recently, one enormous pheasant pen, which means it's been the place where literally thousands of pheasants have been kept to support the shooting that's been going on the estate. And this is a type of shooting that actually we're going to stop. We're no longer going to have driven shooting here. We're no longer going to have this enormous pen. And I'm standing here today with somebody who is joining Mapperton. In fact, you haven't quite joined, Ben.
I haven't quite joined yet.
What's your start date?
It's 1st of April is my start date.
1st of April.
So not too long now.
Not too long. And Ben is joining in a new role, which we're calling Ranger Keeper, which means what?
So it'll be a mixture of sort of habitat management. There'll be sort of the odd beaver enclosure maintenance. There'll be just a wide range of everything, I believe.
Yeah, well, I need to tell you, don't
yes.
I? So Ben has signed up for this new role at Mapperton, and I think it's an absolutely wonderful role. And if I was 20 years younger, I think I would be chomping at the bit for Ben's job, because it's a combination of conservation, but also supporting the wildlife that we've got here, and also what we're thinking of as sustainable shooting.
Yeah.
So rather than these very large scale shoots that we've had in the past, this is rough shooting. This is walking up with dogs, you know, perhaps a group of, I don't know, 6 or 8 people, shooting 20 or 30.
Yeah, a nice sustainable number. That's sort of at the end of the day, everything's being consumed. We're sort of not going to be releasing, not going to be putting anything down. So it's, you know, sort of more of a justifiable sort of shooting now that we're planning on doing.
I think, well, sustainable, I think, is exactly the right word, because it's kind of in balance with everything else that's going on here. However, before we get to that, we are coming out of what has been kind of industrial shooting of the past. And there are some remnants of that industrial shooting here. You can actually see, looking alongside here, this enormous pheasant pen that has covered the whole of this wood. I suspect the pheasant pen has covered something like 30 or 40 acres of land. And one of Ben's jobs is going to be helping clear it all up. Sorry about that, Ben.
That's all right. No, I'm going to be very busy doing it.
What have we got to do? Having a looking at all of this.
Having a look, we're sort of even just walking around. You've got old rusty bits of wire here.
Look at that. Oh my goodness!
Bits that are sort of grown.
Oh, grown
in.
Yeah. It's everywhere, isn't it?
It is everywhere.
You see this large scale driven shooting has left a lot of mess over the decades, and that's just in the couple of steps that we've walked here. Going a little bit. Oh, you got another big piece there. Wire here. What's this? Wire. Look at, where's that coming from?
That'll be coming from their drinker system. So that'll be the water tank.
Yeah.
So that'll be feeding all the way down to here, and then it'll be going all the way through the pen. I think you can see more bits leading along here as well.
All this blue polythene pipe. Oh my goodness. So what was happening here, Ben, if you can describe the kind of management?
So the management would be sort of a big pheasant release pen here. Numbers, I'm not too sure how many they would have put in here.
I think there were sort of 5,000 or 6,000.
Yeah. So you'd have the pipe would have been sort of the water line as well. So that would then feed off into all different places of the pen. And then sort of looking into all your drinkers, and there'll be lots of feeders.
So these pipes are feeding drinkers, which would have been positioned all the way round.
Yeah.
And the pheasants would have been able to come and have a little...
So it goes all the way around.
I'm afraid it goes all the way around. Let's go and have a look inside. You've got this enormous gate with an electric fence. Electric fence because?
Just to keep any vermin, sort of the ground predators, so foxes and... quite a lot of that as well. So
But what we want to do now...
We want just to take it all away.
Open it all up so that this becomes a sort of vast landscape without all of this fencing, without all of this piping and
plastic.
and plastic, exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. But looking at this wood, we can see that, you know, really you've got a kind of motorway down the middle here, and you've got another one there, and there's been so much traffic over the years that's been going up and down. It's just cleared everything out. Also, we're not seeing any shrubs. You know, this is really sort of bare woodland, isn't it? And lots of nettle and things that you associate with pheasants. So one of the things, Ben, I'm hoping you're going to be able to do is a bit of tree planting as well.
Yeah, a bit of tree planting.
How's your tree planting?
It's very good. I just need to make sure I keep a straight line and make sure everything's But no.
Well, except, do we really want a straight line?
Well, that's it.
I'm not sure we do want a straight line. I think a sort of wiggly
line.
Oh,
that's fine then. I'm your man then.
You're the wiggly man.
Yeah, get it to how it used to be.
Get it to how it used to be. And I can see other things that are going to need clearing up in here. Let's walk on down and have a look. Ben, as we're walking down here, I'm noticing more and more detritus.
Yes, yeah.
And then I spotted something quite amusing up in the tree here. If anyone is looking for the meaning of life, we've discovered it. It's an old DVD, Monty Python DVD. Now, what would that be doing hanging from there?
So that would just be probably used as a deterrent, just for any sort of birds of prey or anything. Because say as this is quite an open ride, and they would have been using that just to stop anything from sort of predating on all the pheasants that are in there.
Okay, so a buzzard or a kite sees that.
Just that flash on the
and the flash puts them off.
Puts them off. Yeah.
Really? Is that all you need?
Well, I don't know whether it would have worked or not. I mean, you might have had more luck using the Life of Brian, but
that's true. Yeah. And then we've got these stacks of pallets. Yeah. Bit of red plastic from a feeder. Oh, look, that looks like an enormous Maltesers bag. And here we can actually see some, is this coppicing?
Yeah, I believe that would have been a bit of coppicing and a bit of dead hedging as well.
Dead hedging. So coppicing, because not everybody will know what coppicing is. Do you want to describe what the process is?
So coppicing would have been, they sort of just would have gone in, they would have, with a chainsaw, and just taking out just the bottom levels of all the hazel here, and then just laid it all over the top of the coppice stools after it's been cut, and then it sort of just, with that hazel regrowing again, it just goes straight up, and it's sort of almost creating that sort of hedge-like, and you know, it's a very, very warm environment for anything. As well
for animals.
Yeah,
but traditionally coppicing was used as a way of harvesting firewood, wasn't it? So you could be sure that each year you would get regrowth where you'd cut it down, and then also the timber was often useful as well. So that was your way of having a sustainable source of timber. Let's go and have a look and see what's happening down this way. Ben, we're coming into a slightly more open area. I mean, I've no idea why there's absolutely nothing growing there except grass.
Would have been just a nice little feed ride after a wet day as well. A pheasant would just like to get out in the sunshine, sort of get nice and dry, a bit of shaking off, and
bit of sunbathing.
Bit of sunbathing, and have a bit of a feed and a pick. Yeah.
Feed and a pick. Well, I'm hoping that actually this is going to make a fantastic location for a woodland cabin or a pod.
Yeah, definitely.
Because instead of pheasants coming and shaking themselves off and bathing in the sunshine, I think we quite like some people here.
Yes, yeah. So just looking at it, so it's a nice open area. You can see everything flying over, and you either side of a valley, nice valley, even on the other side of the woodland here. So sort of incredible views to wake up to, really, and you're sort of being there with nature, aren't you? So
you are.
Be a very good place.
And as you say, you've got the deep valley there. You can see all the way down to the coast, but again, there's a fair bit of clearing up before we can make that happen. On the one hand, we've got a wood here that has been thoroughly degraded by shooting over the decades, and therefore there's a lot of work. On the other hand, we've got a woodland that is going to have lots of regeneration over the next 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
And so in a way, it's one of the most exciting places on the estate, because I think we're going to see the most change. We're hoping to bring, as I say, cabins so that people can enjoy coming and staying just in the woodland with a compost lavatory, perhaps a bit of solar for some electrics, a solar shower and really kind of sitting and connecting with nature. And if we're just quiet for a second, you can hear that there's an awful lot going on. What do you think we might expect in 10 years, Ben? Cuckoos?
Yeah, cuckoos. Yeah, we're hoping to get some cuckoos. Yeah, turtle doves would be amazing.
Turtle doves would be fun.
Yeah, a whole wide range of things. Yeah.
We've had sea eagles spotted over Mapperton recently.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes sea eagles because farmers are worried they're going to take away their lambs, which is understandable. At the same time, they are magnificent birds that were in the landscape here.
Yeah, definitely.
And it would be rather amazing to see one swooping in, landing in the tree. Yeah. I hope you're going to see that.
Hopefully.
I thought you were sorry.
See, they say action, and then that's supposed to mean that I start talking. But I thought if I just left a silence, I'd see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we, Nesta, do you think?
We are... What did we say the name of this wood was again?
We didn't.
We didn't.
We're in one of my favourite parts of the estate because we're at the meeting point of 3 valleys. And the actual area that we're in is called Mythe. And we've done videos about Mythe because Mythe used to be a thriving small hamlet of cottages down here. I think as many as 80 people used to live down there. There's a ruined cottage that side, but there's another one just down here. I don't know if you've seen that yet, Ben.
No, haven't seen that yet.
But anyway, today we're not here to reminisce about the past. We're here to do some work, or at least Nesta is. Ben, what are you needing help with?
So today we just need a bit of help with some tree guards that have all blown away in the wind. They've been sat there for a good couple of years now, starting to decompose, rot.
A couple of years, that's very kind.
Years,
I would say a couple of decades possibly in some cases. This is all part of the Woodlands Regeneration Project, which Ben has joined us to help with. But in order to get the woodlands into shape, one of the first things we're going to do is clear up the mess from before. And you've been here, what, 10 days now? A week? 2 weeks?
2 weeks, roughly.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, roughly. Yeah.
Have you found any mess yet, Ben?
I found quite a lot of mess. I know Nesta helped me a couple of days ago as well, just pulling up some water pipe. And
So you know what you're doing, Nesta?
we'll be guided by you, Nesta.
All right, yeah, come on, let's go have a look and see what's to be done.
Is this the bag for all the tree guards?
Yeah, so I brought that just for all the tree guards, so we start filling that up now.
I mean, you can
So,
see already.
oh my goodness,
Just everywhere.
I had no idea. Do you know what? I haven't been up in here for years and years. And the mess is just immediate, isn't it? It's immediate and everywhere. Right. Ben, do you think, can you see any evidence of new trees that have benefited from these tree guards?
Probably some of the trees that we're looking at have probably started growing in these tree guards.
Yeah, what are these, sort of Scots pine? Or?
Yes, yeah, so they would have started growing in these and then they would have just grown out of them.
At some point they kind of shed them like an old skin. Yeah. Look at this, this is quite something, isn't it? And then we've got sort of bits of corrugated metal.
Yes.
Which are, what were they doing?
Yeah, so they would have just been shelters for pheasants, any wildlife in here as well.
Something's dug its. Oh yeah.
Little burrow in there.
Look for any prints.
Now these are quite exciting for people interested in wildlife.
Yeah, I think we should take them up to Coatley.
Well, Nesta, why not? Why wouldn't you almost keep it here?
I think that's true, but
This is called a refugia, is that right? Have I got the right technical term? No.
I guess. I mean,
we'll explain what you would do.
Obviously, because it's metal, it heats up quite a bit in the sun, and that's great for reptiles, so snakes, lizards, and even sort of toads and anything else. And it looks like we've got some sort of burrow going under here.
We've got a burrow going under. Should we try and lift this up? Because you never know. There might be a whole family of adders underneath. That's the only poisonous snake we have in this country. Oh my goodness. Whoa, look out, look out. Look at that. That is a proper burrow. What's been making his home?
I would have said just a rabbit. It doesn't look any active. You've got a cobweb right at the,
we've got a cobweb.
Top there, so it's not been active, but it's just
an old rabbit burrow.
Yeah, just because of the dry soil that's been staying here.
Okay, we'll let this one back down. And then I've noticed something really rather wonderful. carpet of bluebells
Yes, yeah, it's
behind us.
best time
Look
of
at
year to be in
that.
here.
Well, it's just coming up to that best time, isn't
Yeah.
it? I believe that bluebells, there's no other country that has as many bluebells as the UK. So you may think about bluebells as being quite common, which we do.
Yes, we do.
But
Yeah,
actually, for our audience, who are mostly the other side of the pond, I think this is quite unusual.
yes, yeah,
Right?
we're very lucky to have this.
Anyway, I'll stop looking at lovely things and get back to work. If I mentioned this, but we had an interesting suggestion today. I got an email this morning from Derek Gow. Derek is Britain's kind of foremost beaver conservationist and water vole expert. And Derek has a wonderful farm that Nesta has been to
Yes.
and featured on another episode of Mapperton Live. And Nesta, I don't know if you remember, but when we went, there were quite a few magnificent animals.
Yes.
But first among equals, I thought, were the water buffalo.
They were pretty magnificent.
They were pretty amazing, weren't
Yeah.
they? Derek has offered the loan of his water buffalo to Mapperton. What do we feel about water buffalo?
How many?
It's only 4.
Only 4.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, wouldn't
Wouldn't that be exciting?
that would be so exciting. Yeah.
The only problem is they're not native.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not as though we're reintroducing a species that was here a long time ago.
I suppose
I mean,
they're
he-
just at least though, so they're just staying on holiday, aren't they?
They're staying on holiday. If he had a woolly mammoth, that would be native.
That'd be right.
Yeah, if he had a cave-dwelling bear, saber-toothed tiger, those sorts of things, but
Yeah.
alas not. So is it thumbs up to the
I think
water
so.
buffalo?
Yeah, it'd be fun to have them for a
Let
bit.
us know if you think we ought to be bringing water buffalo back to Mapperton. They're also going to need water, so somebody's going to have to help them find a place to wallow. Or do you think they'll just
I think they'll naturally scrape through that. And,
they'll scrape through and
yeah,
find it?
I think
Yeah.
that won't
That
take
would
them
be
too
fun.
long.
Right. Did you say there was a pipe, Ben, as well, that we need to do?
Me and Nesta the other day just couldn't manage to pull up this pipe, so now everyone's here to give us a hand. We thought we might try and give it another go.
Well, it's only me. So what happens? You go first, and then no, but you need us behind. Don't you
You need you guys to start getting.
Okay, so
getting
Nesta,
behind.
you're behind there, and then I'll bring up the rear. Wait,
we
you got to
go.
wait for me.
I don't know if we need you.
You don't need me anymore. Oh dear,
Well, there's the end.
Oh,
that was a T. That was easy. Yeah, I really helped with that. That felt good.
question is
That
when-
means we've got to pull tug of war upwards.
Oh, that's easier.
that was a bit
Is it easy?
anticlimactic.
Oh,
No,
this isn't.
it's just a walk in the
Ben's
woods.
doing it all. Come on,
I'm
let's
doing it
run
all,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we're in trouble.
Okay. Oh,
Now we are in
sorry.
trouble.
Sorry.
Heave! 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 Come on, Claire! We need it, Stephen! Everybody! And pull! And pull! It's not going, is it? So the roots come off the ash,
Well, no, underneath.
which is dead. Needs taking out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's interesting, isn't it? So there's the root.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So where you've got a root like that,
they do.
even with all the strength in the world which you had today, even with Stephen and Claire, so now we've got to break that. Nice.
Nice.
There you go, look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, okay. Back to your positions, everybody. Okay. And up we go. Yeah. That's it.
So we'll just roll it up now.
Do you think this
Yeah.
pipe has any use?
So we'll take it back up to Coltley. That's where I've been storing everything.
You got a bit of a pipe store
Got
there,
a
have you?
bit of a pipe store up there.
All right,
But,
let's do it. Come on, Esther. You're bringing that pipe down, yeah?
Yeah. Can show off my rolling skills. How's their one looking? Oh, they're done already.
Oh.
It's not going very well. Might need to call in Ben, the expert. Yeah. Don't know if this one can be redeemed. Oh no.
How's it going, Nessa?
Yeah, great, yeah.
if I roll up this end.
Yeah. Oh no. Tried using your strategy, Ben, of locking it round, but it hasn't worked out too well. Yeah, there we go.
There we go, look at that.
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah. Oh god.
Cool.
Yeah, fine.
Right, well, I think we've had a pretty good haul. Pipe in first and then
Yeah, put
this one on the top.
Yeah, put the bag on top and then
Hold it down. Right.
Let's just
Right.
try not to,
Okay,
you know,
we're going to
drop
do
it
this
all.
elegantly. How's that? And in we get. And off we go. Right. So this is the store
This is the store at the moment.
of Ben's efforts in his first 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Which
the
I haven't seen
first
yet.
time you've been up here for...
It
Well,
is.
yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So
yeah,
let's go have a look.
have a look.
Should we take this
We'll
straight away?
we'll take this now, or do you want to have a look? Entirely up to you.
Right. Well, we can take that out.
Nice.
Nice.
All in a one.
Look at that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So you found all these feeders.
Majority of them, yeah.
You've retrieved them.
Retrieve them, yeah.
Do they still work, do you think?
Some of them still work, so try and see if anyone will have them second hand or
Yeah.
any use that we can make of them.
Yeah, yeah. And that's a Bowser.
Yes, yeah, got the water bowser back as well. So
Where was that?
that was just outside Homewood, so just managed to get that back.
Feeding the birds there.
Yes, yeah. So
It's a lot of plastic, isn't it? Esther, what do you think? Quite pleased to have that off the land.
It
really.
is a lot, yeah.
you don't realise
Yeah,
it until it's all
exactly.
in one place here.
And I reckon
yeah.
that sort of slightly scratches the surface. But anyway, that's an absolutely magnificent start. I recognise this. That's the sort of thing you find in a loo, isn't it?
Yeah.
It goes up and down with the water.
Okay, I think
Someone's
If,
made a
if
nest.
one ever breaks, you know where to find one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm endlessly repairing lavatories at Mapperton. That'll come in useful. How's that going to go?
Drive. I already know how to drive.
Yeah, but this is off-road. Do you know how to drive off-road?
I mean, I think if you know how to drive a car, you can drive off-road, right? It's like,
Sort
what's
of.
so
Sort
different
of.
about it?
I mean, you're in a field
just a
and you're
bit
going down
bumpier.
tracks,
Okay,
and lots of things can go wrong.
okay.
Are
But
they
this
gonna
is,
go-
but
How-
this is also your swanky new. I'm going to say yours because I don't think I'm really going to be driving it that often. But this is the estates. Like what? I don't know if we have these
So this
in
is
America.
This is
I
called
mean,
a
I guess
mule.
we do.
This is called a mule. Of course, you got these. So
Okay.
how do you feel about me giving you some
No,
lessons?
I don't-
Not happy about that at all.
He's
no.
a really
Not
bad
happy.
teacher.
Oh dear.
He's
Okay.
just so
All right. Well, should we go?
Like there's going to be a huge argument. I can already tell it's brewing. He can get so, like.
Like what? Go on, say it. Say it
Well,
in
no,
public.
no, I'm not going to
You
say.
can't even say it.
No,
Okay.
you just, you
No,
know,
I do my best. I
No.
do my best. Right.
very demanding.
In we get.
Very demanding. Okay. Wait, I don't even know how to open up this door. How do you open up this door? Where's the thing?
You're not good at doors, are you?
Oh, here it is. Sorry. Is that it? Okay. I'm not good at doors. No. Well, at least I didn't get locked out. Well, I thought I was going to drive. Why am I in the passenger
Because
seat?
I'm gonna drive first, and then
Does this not have heat in here?
come on in. You get.
Does it have heat?
Come on in. You get. No heat.
No heat.
No heat.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Oh, it's so cold.
So we're in the car, and
It's freezing.
it's freezing, and we can't find the heater,
There is no
and
heat. There's no
there
heat.
is no heater, so we're just
No
going to get
heat.
cold. Sorry about that. Oh look! Wait a minute. Is that a heater? This might be a heater. Oh no, that's a windscreen wiper. Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, let's
Okay,
go.
right.
Come on,
So
we're gonna
no,
get
no,
blown
we're gonna
over.
teach you stuff first of all.
Oh.
So
Oh.
the mule.
I just thought I was
Okay.
gonna go for a nice
We
ride.
got what with me driving. No, we
Yeah.
got to switch in a second. Okay,
Okay.
but I'm just going to take you through. Okay, so
Okay.
basically it's automatic. Yeah.
Thank
You got a
goodness.
big stick here for your indicator.
Okay.
What do you call that in America?
An indicator.
No, you don't.
Left or right?
No, it's got another word. Indicate blinker.
Oh, blinker.
She
okay,
didn't.
yeah.
She didn't know what a blinker was. Blinker.
You're too long.
Okay.
A blinker.
Your gears. Okay. Look, you got high and low and reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to start in neutral. All right. Always start the engine in neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got these clever things up here. That one takes you between four
Quite
wheel.
like this one.
Yeah, but it's not switched on.
Oh.
Okay. Now give it a go.
I like this one.
Oh. Okay. You've really spoiled the quiet country tranquility. Okay. Then you've got two buttons here. Do you know what they are?
Four-wheel drive,
Four-wheel
two-wheel
drive. Okay. So if
He
you
literally thinks I'm like
okay, and then this one here. Do you know what that one is then?
lock and unlock.
Lock what?
The parking brake.
No.
Oh.
The differential. Do you know what the differential is?
No.
No. Okay, so you've got two sets of wheels on each side, and the differential balances the power between them. So if you lock it, both wheels will go at the same speed. But if you unlock differential, then you can have one wheel over there turning and the other one here stuck. So if you're in a really muddy situation, you want to lock it and press lock. Does that make any sense to you?
No. Zero.
Okay,
But
well, let's
I
just
hope
see
I
what
get to
happens.
try out
Okay.
No idea.
How do I feel about letting you drive with all of that?
And-
Handbrake over here, yeah?
Okay.
That's pretty simple. Handbrake's on. Okay, should we switch places?
Okay.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Excited?
easy.
Okay.
And I
How are we
started
gonna do
in
this?
neutral. Okay.
No, should we just like...
Well,
okay,
how do I
you
open
can
up
just,
this door?
You just like
How
clamber
do I open
over.
up these doors?
You don't need to do that. You can just climb over me
Okay.
somehow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And what we're going to do for your trial, because this is a trial,
Brake, gas.
brake gas, we're just going to go around the field. We're going to keep it really easy.
The parking
and
brake
then,
on?
And then we will...
How do you undo the parking brake?
oh dear. Just a little bit of pressure.
Okay.
Oh. Can you really
No,
not,
you
not
honestly.
do that?
You try to do that. How did you do
I
that?
just pressed it. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what
wait,
happened.
Wait. Seatbelt, definitely.
At least the mule has
Seatbelt.
seatbelts, it should
Seatbelt.
do.
Yeah, definitely need a seatbelt. Okay, it's got a middle seat as well. So,
Okay, great.
right. Okay.
Okay.
And
so neutral.
neutral,
Something's blinking. there.
blinking. Yeah, don't worry about that. You're in two-wheel drive. Do you want to be in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
I mean,
We're off-road. Let's go
Okay.
four-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive is for the road. Okay. Oh,
let's
where
go
are you
low.
going?
I'm gonna
Low?
go low.
okay, that's low ratio. That
Oh.
means that's like a low gear. It'll go slowly.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
my first time doing it.
Okay, first time doing it. Let's go. Let's go. Right. Well, we're not going to get anywhere fast, are we? Right, off we go. Okay, let's just go for a spin around the field.
Okay, I see like warning signs over there, like if you tip. Do you see that? Warning! Higher rollover risk.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, that's because you go on a really steep bit.
Ah! My door just flew open!
Okay, grab it, and pull it. Come on.
Oh my
You're gonna
gosh!
slam it.
You didn't close
There you go.
the door!
There you go.
You didn't close the door
Off we go.
properly.
It was a deliberate trap.
No, it wasn't. Does it go any faster than this?
Yeah, if you put your foot down. There you go. That's pretty fast.
But I don't want to roll over.
You're not going to roll over.
But it says it's got a high risk of rolling over.
Well, it's a higher risk than a normal car,
Obviously.
and I think it's a higher risk with you driving it. We're driving over to Hook Park. Now it's starting to get steep.
Okay, I don't
Oh my goodness.
Do I go down there?
Okay, yeah, you got to go down.
I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Like I feel like it's gonna roll over when I do that.
Well, it's not going to roll over unless you go super steep. And we will pull over and park at the top. Perfect. And stop. And you can stop just by letting go, because that does it. Yeah, okay. Right, into neutral. And parking brake on. And engine off. How was it?
I mean, there was that bit that was a bit scary down there because I did feel like we were leaning too much and I was going to wipe out.
So the only thing about this
That
is...
was a bit. Did you feel that? I felt that we leaned too much.
Well, not really, no.
No, we were
I think you
leaning
can go.
quite.
You can go at least 45 degrees.
Well, because you're a mule expert. did you build this car? Did you read the instruction manual? I mean, you're talking rubbish right there. I think you can go at least 45-degree angle. You have no
I think
idea.
you can. I think you can before it tips. But I could be wrong. And don't anybody take any notice of me.
I certainly
Read
don't.
the instructions before you drive any of these
Clearly
vehicles.
you didn't. You're just guessing there.
But that was not proper off-road. So I think we should take you onto a real track. That was just.
I don't want to go on with him. He
that
hasn't
was,
read the instruction
That was just
manual.
a walk in the
He
park.
thinks at least
That was a walk in the
45-degree
park.
angle,
That
and-
was an easy ride
No.
through a relatively flat green field. And now I've got a serious track for you to
I don't
go
want to
on.
go with you.
What?
Because you didn't read the
You're
manual.
gonna
You
go-
just said to me,
you're
I
gonna go on
think
your
you
own?
can go at about a
What?
45-degree angle.
Honestly,
You do,
okay, let's head off and do that.
Really? You really
Yeah,
want
let's
to
do
do
it.
that?
So, okay, start it up.
Well, you were going to have me drive it.
Yeah, of course. Don't you think?
Crikey.
I mean, you know, we've got to put you through your paces.
Please help support this important part of England's heritage by becoming a patron at patreon.com/Mapperton Live.
So, I thought we could have a fun little game and take you back to your road driving test. I'm going to give Julie an off-road driving test. So this is the moment when I sit quietly
Oh my gosh.
in the cab
Give me a
and she
break.
has to remember everything.
Give me-
So what we're going to do is drive along here.
But you're like my driving instructor now. You're going to like pass or fail me.
No, I'm
This is like a
exactly.
pass or a
I'm like
fail.
your examiner.
Give me a break. Oh my gosh.
This
He comes
test,
up with stuff
you've
I
got
don't even know.
you've got to wind your way through the wood. You've got to go through a ford,
Ooh.
which is a bit of water, and then you've got to go up a really steep
Whoa.
track into the top field.
This is ridiculous.
Is she going to pass the test? That's the question. Off we go. We are in gear, and we are heading off.
Did I pass that test?
I'm going to tick that bit off. Exactly. This is the pond that almost used to be a lake until it got so silted over. But I know you're not in the mood at the moment, but I did have an idea that
You're full of ideas.
I did have an idea, sweetie, that when the weather warms up, we
Ew.
could go.
I mean, that is worse than
There's
the
a-
algae that
we've-
was
we've-
on the
we've got a
18th
little,
century
for a
swimming
future
pool.
episode, we've got a little tiny rowing boat, and we can swim across and have a lovely romantic picnic on the island in the middle. Well, not swim across, row across. Swimming.
I mean, I would want to swim in there, but that is algae infested like I've never seen before.
Okay, keep
It's not
going.
very big.
Well, it could be quite big if it was all cleared out. We did once clear it out.
Could you just
With it-
build a bridge? You don't even have to row out there. There's no.
Build a bridge. Of all the completely insane ideas you've ever
Just
had, I
build
think
a bridge.
I think building
You
a
walk over.
bridge across the mud. Oh look! Okay, serious puddle coming up. Serious puddle. Serious bit of mud. Oh you did that pretty well. We are.
Past that.
You passed that right. Now we are crossing the stream. Except there's not much water. So
No.
it's hardly going to
With a
splash up
big
everywhere.
branch.
But maybe you could go across this with a
Ooh.
little bit more speed.
Okay, I
What do you
will.
think? And go! Come on! Ooh, yes! Oh, and up! Now you got to get back in gear because
I am in gear.
we can't just pause on the hillside.
Okay.
We got to keep going. Are you stuck or something? What's the problem?
I think
Ah.
our cameraman.
Okay.
might be stuck.
The cameraman in front is stuck. Julie is doing
I
spectacularly.
think Stephen.
But Stephen and Claire are having serious problems.
I can see
Oh dear.
why.
Right, up we go. Okay. This is exciting. We're going very slowly. It's going to take us a long time to get there, but you're doing beautifully. Okay, it's a little bit muddy up here, and through the woods.
Yeah.
Now this track takes us from one part of the estate to the other. We're crossing over now on the edge of Hook Wood through to Manor Farm. Oh look, some firewood. We better
I've got this
pick that up on the way back. And you've got this wonderful stream that has carved its way and created a gully. And now we're coming up, and I don't think you've ever been here before.
I have.
No, I don't think you've ever been here before.
Yes, I have.
Okay, now watch out for these ruts. Okay, and we are up
Was that my driving test?
onto a field called Slights. And Slights is where we're going to stop.
Is that it?
That is it.
Is that my driving
You've done it.
test? All right. Hold on. Did I pass?
It wasn't really a test. I was just joking.
I know you were.
And you
I know
drove.
you were.
You drove beautifully.
Well, I know, but it wasn't. I thought that this last bit, I thought it was going to be really a lot.
Yeah.
I thought the first bit was a bit trickier because we were leaning from side to side.
Yeah.
This going on a track, I get that there's a lot of, sort of
Ups and downs.
ups
You
and
went.
downs,
You went
but there
through the
wasn't
stream.
any leaning. The harder part was the leaning. I went through a stream. Woo!
It wasn't very dramatic, was it?
No,
So-
the first part, I thought the
but
first
you know,
part was...
but it was a gentle introduction.
Yeah.
And it's a new vehicle, and the last thing I wanted to do was
Was
dent Ben's new car
have
before
Julie
he's even arrived, because
wreck it.
that would have just been embarrassing, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
can you
So-
imagine? I
so-
arrived back.
Oh,
Hey, Ben, I just decided to try out your new mule, and I've wrecked it.
so I think we're through the risk. I'm going to switch seats.
Oh, you want to drive?
And we're gonna.
So I
and
really
we're gonna,
did pass then.
because I quite enjoy driving this thing. So,
I love it. He's
so
like,
let's go.
yeah, you passed,
Let's
but
go.
actually I'm going to drive it.
Okay.
Because you like driving.
Okay, but
All right,
but you're a wonderful driver. This is another big day at Mapperton, and it's big because it's the start of the removal of the pheasant pens from across the estate.
Yeah.
In fact, we're a bit late to the party because I can see that some of it has already been removed, but they're going to be very grateful for our assistance. What have we got to do, Ben?
So yeah, all the posts and all the other bits of wire have been removed, but we've got quite a lot of chicken wire that's been dug in, or it's been grown over by all the grass. So we're going to try and use the mule and see if we can pull it out with a strap and see if we can just pull it all away.
So Ben has got a cunning plan.
It might not work.
Might not work.
It might not, because the power of the mule might just snap all the wire. We don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to get down to it and see if we can have some success removing, with the might of the mule, all of the remainder of this pheasant pen. Let's see how we get on. So we've got this end. Where do you think this is going to go on?
Yeah, I just think just put it on those bits there, and then
Something like that?
yeah, like that.
You think that's tough enough?
That should be tough enough. And then we'll try and make sure it's all.
Pretty tough stuff, this webbing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you can
I mean,
see how,
yeah.
how well it's grown in, can't
How is that going to...
you? So what I'll do is I'll go and grab the wire cutters and I can cut a bit.
Yeah, so this pheasant pen has been here probably 20 years, and you can see over time all of the wire has just been, the grass has just grown over it. It's kind of thatched its way over the top. I don't know whether we can even just get down to the bottom of this, or whether it's so dug in. Now, part of the reason that we're doing this here, apart from just getting rid of redundant fencing, is that we've got a bit of an experiment going on in this field. And in the same way that you can see there are two sides to the fence here, we're going to be putting in a deer fence along the whole of the edge of the wood here. And the reason for that is that we want to look at the extent to which we get natural regeneration with and without deer pressure. If there's a deer fence, the deer won't be able to get in, and it's the deer that are responsible for eating all of the green shoots, particularly the natural regeneration of tree species that we might hope to have coming out of the woods here. And that will tell us something. It'll tell us whether the deer pressure is so high that it's getting in the way of natural regeneration, or whether in fact there isn't too much difference between the two areas. So quite a few of the things that we're doing here at Mapperton are experiments to try and understand more about the processes and the timing of the different interventions here for rewilding, when we should be allowing different animals in order to maximise the opportunity for regeneration, for kick-starting nature recovery. Do I get to drive?
You get to drive, yeah.
I hope so.
Because I'll sort of
You're
try and
gonna-
persuade it as you drive on as well.
You're going to coax it.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on. Come on.
That wasn't a disaster.
It wasn't a disaster, no.
What happened in the end?
It's just
snapped.
just snapped the wire just because
Too
it's too brittle.
dug in.
Yeah.
But did we get it out here?
Yeah. We got the majority of it out.
So that was actually working, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we'll tie it on again and we'll have another go.
Have another go, I think.
It is working but we need to get it all out though. It wasn't bad. We just need to get all of it underneath though.
I was getting a bit carried away.
Wow,
Is it working?
sort of. It's not really digging it out.
What?
Yeah. It was sort of just all like ripping it off.
Yeah, it's just ripping it off the top,
Yeah.
isn't it? So, are we serving any purpose? Oh, wait a
I
minute.
don't know. We'll have to just sort of do it all by hand.
All right. Okay, come on. It's going. It's going. Oh my God, there's a lot of it, isn't there? See if we could get under this.
Yeah, if you could get under that bit.
Look how. Oh my goodness. This goes on and on and on, doesn't it? If we got under,
If we go under there.
then you see we can start to peel it back,
Yeah.
can't we?
There you go.
Okay, you know what then? We nearly gave up there.
We nearly gave up,
Can we
but-
be honest?
I think if we just go a little bit straighter, then hopefully
Straighter,
the plan is
right.
that it just should roll up on itself.
You don't want to sack me as your driver?
No, not at all. Not
Okay.
at all. No,
I could
I'm
take
not
it.
sacking you. I'm not sacking you
But
at
you
all.
have to have Chris instead.
I mean, yeah, I'd much rather have you than
Yeah, I
Chris.
thought you would.
Yeah.
Good choice. It's like a sort of tug of war. Tug of war. I really thought we'd get here, we'd attach it to one simple place, and it would be like opening a can of beans. You just go round and it all neatly comes out. It's not like that
It's
at
not
all,
like that
is
at
it?
all. No.
It's like not having a can opener, but having, you ever open a can of beans with a screwdriver where you got to like go round bit by bit by bit? That's what it's like.
Nah, snapped.
Well, that didn't last long.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
What happened there?
I think we're going to have to we'll have to get the digger in to do this. I think
You think the digger?
so.
Okay.
I was being very ambitious and thinking we wouldn't need to get a digger in, but